Hi guys, Crafty Kim here with some farmhouse DIY ideas for home decor on a budget. I used things I already had in my stash and hopefully you can craft along with me. Enjoy the video! So for my first project, I have this tobacco basket I got at Hobby Lobby a while back and I wanted to spice it up a little bit. So you're going to need one of these wooden eggs from Dollar Tree, and a sheet protector, and you'll find out why. And I bought this package of eggs to dye with my son. They're about $1.98 at Walmart, and I ended up using them for this project. So I'm just using Waverly white chalk paint to give the egg a coat of paint. And here I'm mixing my gray by Craftsmart and my Apple Barrel black paint just to make a darker gray, and I'm gonna dry brush that over the egg. Now just going back over it with some of that white to help blend it in a little bit. So I wanted it to have like a faux wood look, so I'm using my ruler and a small paintbrush and just taking that same dark gray and drawing lines down the egg to make it look like planks. Okay, so this is my way of creating a stencil. I don't have a Cricut and I don't have a LaserJet printer, so I looked this up, and with an inkjet printer, you can use these protector sheets to print the ink directly onto. Then taking your packing tape, apply it to the sheet protector. It adheres to the ink, and then you apply that to your project and it transfers the ink to that project. So you'll see here, I'm putting the tape onto the egg, and then I'm going to carefully remove the tape, and you will see that it did leave the imprint of ink on the egg, almost like a stencil. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So this was my first time trying this, and it wasn't as dark as I'd like it to be, so I am using ink by Waverly, and I'm just kind of dabbing over the words and the picture to make it appear a little bit darker. And now, just using the color burgundy I have by Craftsmart, I'm adding this to the beak and the comb of the chicken. And yes, I did have to Google what that is called on top of the chicken's head, and it is called a comb. Who knew? Now with the color ink, I'm just going around the edging to give it a more rustic look. And I do end up adding little lines on those gray knots just to make them look more like knots in the wood. So my hubby had a roll of chicken wire in the garage, so that's what I'm using, but you can certainly use one of the waste baskets from Dollar Tree to get the same type of effect. And I'm just attaching the chicken wire to the basket using some floral wire. And once it's good and secure, I'm just trimming off the excess pieces, and that's it. And then I just add the eggs directly into the little chicken wire basket. And at first I hung it with nothing on it, so you could leave it as is, but I decided to add some greenery and a little bow using some burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It looks really pretty hanging in my kitchen. I really love how this turned out. So for my next project, everything is from Dollar Tree. I used 2 of these glass square votive holders, some of these blocks from the Tumbling Tower game, 2 of these wood craft cubes, and then I also picked up 2 succulents from Dollar Tree as well. I apologize for my lack of video skills here, but I'm just showing you that I spray painted both of the glass votive holders with the Rust-Oleum hammered spray paint. So using one of the tumbling blocks, I'm just measuring onto one of the squares. We need it to be the same width as the tumbling blocks. And using any wood glue you have on hand, you just want to start to glue the pieces together. I decided to use wood glue instead of hot glue because I did want this to stay together a lot more sturdy. So just gluing all 4 pieces to each side of the square. I told my husband I wanted clamps that I can use for my projects. These were the only ones that would work for this. They're ginormous, so I apologize, but it did get the job done. I left them in the clamps for a while the glue dried, just to make sure that I had a good hold. And now it's time to add the pieces to the top and bottom of our base. I didn't use clamps for this, I just let it sit and dry for a good half hour before moving on to the bottom pieces. You can see here this was the top and now I'm doing the bottom, and then once that's completely dry we can move on to paint. You can choose to paint your stands whatever color you'd like. I chose to use truffle for the base coat of my stand, and then I'm going to take some white by Waverly and just kind of dry brush over that, and that is the final look. And here they are all finished. I ended up adding the succulents with a little of the Spanish moss, but you can certainly use stones that they sell at Dollar Tree or whatever you prefer. And they just add a little pop of color to my home decor, and I really like how they turned out. And for my final project, I'm using these cotton balls I got from Walmart and then some pine cones that I found out in my front yard. And 2 balls of your choice. They can be styrofoam, or in this case, I'm using 2 little baseballs my son had that he never uses. I just wanted to let you all know this is not my original idea. There are many resources to look this up on how to do this, but I wanted to share with you how I did mine. And I'm taking these pine cone scales, and you want to put the glue on the indented side and then add that to your cotton. And I used 3 per each cotton ball, and then I just glued the cotton ball to the little baseball that I have, and this will create a sphere. And I think these turned out really cute. I love the cotton look, so it's just nice to have this as part of my decor. I'm going to probably get a few branches outside and make some picks as well, and maybe even a garland. I really hope you enjoyed this video and are staying safe and healthy, and I hope you have a great day. Please make sure to like and subscribe and help my channel out. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks again.